About to, real quick, the Sixers. By the way, if y'all look at my team, they's the GOAT. I got this shit all edited up. Oh, this team is GOAT. If y'all wanna, if y'all didn't know, this team is GOAT.
Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, this NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta comes into this one after the win against Orlando, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. A few moments here before we start the game, let's talk shooting guards. Kenny, some have said the talent at that position is the weakest it's been in some time. Which young shooting guards do you think are poised to fill that void?
Well, James Harden's already there. You know, we're talking about Kobe and D Wade's departure as the top guys, so to speak. Klay Thompson, versatile shooter, defender, two-way player, as you love to call him, Ernie.
You know what you named two, Kenny? We're going to take it to 5. I'm going to give you 3 more. Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Tough as nails with a growing offensive game. My homeboy down in Orlando, Victor Oladipo.
Ooh, already?
Defense and athleticism, yes, already. And at the last spot, Andrew Wiggins, young fella with all the potential to do it all.
Great potential. A little too young, Victor and Andrew, but they're on their way.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach the tip.
Sixers. By the way, if y'all look at my team, they all edited up. Oh.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers.
They ain't ready, guys. They ain't ready.
Last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W against Orlando. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Atlanta, Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Davis in at the 4 spot. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, the chain guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
Nope, you missed, boy.
As you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now, it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Here.
Now,
Wide open, 3.
20-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And also, give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. And it's Okafor, that time on the assist from Covington. Okafor's got his first points in this one.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Okafor with the steal. Pass to Cannon. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers.
Get that shit out of my house, boy. Oh shit. I talk too much shit, guys. Shit happens.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Irving from
wide open.
And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces
I missed
together.
that shit to fucking Irving.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rapid.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Now here's James. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot
uncontested.
To go. James with the bucket.
Hit the 3.
It looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field
oh.
since we've gotten underway.
Oh no.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Puts it up off the inbound, and Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got his second bucket tonight. The Hawks leading by 3.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Now here's Drummond. And it's Davis finishing it off.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
There's the third reach-in foul.
That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Drummond knocks it loose.
And trailing here,
My ball.
you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that. But
Let me right in the lane, boy.
He can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. James dishes to Wade. Offline with this.
Bruh.
The 76ers trail by 5. Cannon kicks to Landry. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And a brief look while we had the chance of a few of the
I got a timeout.
men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and
Need some
Anthony Davis,
subs.
number 1.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific sense and touch around the basket. He just finds ways to convert low post
I
opportunities.
do got some
Yeah,
subs
I
in
concur
now.
with that, but it's not just finesse with
Got
him.
KD
guys. I mean,
in
he
here.
can use his strength as
Bruh.
well. He'll get his points the soft or the hard way. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to
Oh, I
overcome
didn't
the
change
injuries.
anything, did I?
Combination of side speed,
Okay, it did it for me. That's what's good.
practically unparalleled.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And Hollis Thompson subbed in for Cannon. And then for Atlanta, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Drummond. Paul George comes in for Anthony Davis. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics, and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were from
Oh
some jump
shit,
shots.
foul
As the
maybe?
season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
He
Oh,
muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Hawks?
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Here's Embiid. And the
That was a
dunk
good
to
move.
finish it off. Beauty.
Can't even be mad at that. That was a good ass move.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those this lead will start shrinking even further.
Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talent.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play.
Great credit to him. Yeah. Great credit to him.
Very admirable.
Backcourt violation again, boy.
He went over and back.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Atlanta leading by 14. George, that's a 2-pointer.
Hang on, guys. Pause this real quick. Go look at something. Me. It's on my computer here.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Hang on.
Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Oh, here we go.
Noel, a screen on Westbrook.
Ooh. Oh, they got the fucking rebound too? Damn.
Second shot opportunity. He takes it up.
I kind of just let him to the hole on that one.
Not nearly a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside, George. Another 3.
Gotta cover him, boy.
Really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 17. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Oh, shit.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive.
A lot of face up, like he does one dude flip.
Here an awfully long time.
You see the subs here: Westbrook, Wade, George, Durant, Griffin. That's who's on the court. Okay. Oh no, we got some new people in there now.
A lot of guys don't learn to use
Westbrook.
much later in their careers, Kevin.
Oh shit. Yep.
Welcome back, folks. We'll
Led to the hole on that one.
For a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy.
Drummond, why are you out on the... Why?
Out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket in a lot of fearless players on this roster. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes.
Davis about to hit the Steph Curry. Watch him.
James picking up the assist. Davis has got 5. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. On the wing, James, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. He feeds it to Davis. James kicks to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 9. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
The 76ers trail by 21. Westbrook with the steal.
And got the steal, boy. I'll give it to LeBron with the jam, boy.
Now, this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Here's Okafor, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Landry with the screen. Smith drawing the double team. Clock at 4. His first shot coming late, but he gets it back. And
Bro, Westbrook just did that.
They're on a 12-4 run right now. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there.
He gonna miss both.
22 years old.
Well, he made one.
Second from the line.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
That's good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
I did. Bro, I was about to say if that rolled out, he's about to be mad as fuck.
I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this.
How do I do plays?
Some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him, and that feeling turned out to be correct.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
I thought that was me. I was about to be a little upset.
Shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And the 76ers.
The turnaround, boy.
Also making some changes here. Durant's checked in for Drummond. Anthony comes in for James. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Irving. That's tipped. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
It's Durant with the drive.
About to say foul?
Go to the stripe for 2.
You know, it's interesting. It really has been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the
That was
media
perfect, and it did.
Last season.
Bruh.
And at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
And the Hawks making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Durant's comments during the All-Star break about the media, he might have been right with some of his comments. I don't know, though, that he really Was happy that they came out the way they did.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he meant...
Oh, wow. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
He's covered by Westbrook. Knocked away. Wade kicks to Anthony. That's good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. 1:36 left now.
Come on, boy.
Second.
Oh.
Noel passes to Grant. Lock at 6. They need this. Rebound
Missed.
Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have
Hit
come
that.
by way of an assist.
Good shit.
Paul
Good shit.
George, he's checked in for Atlanta. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that
Shit,
one.
I'll let him go.
You had LeBron going 1, and of course Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise. Chris Bosh, you know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Grant against Griffin. Grant dishes to Thompson. Pass to Noel. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003 all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
The boy KD with
Hey
the
guys, talking
rebound.
about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more
Paul
pressure
George.
on him to
Buckets.
as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
The dish to Noel. Grant outside. Back to Noel. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Noel, a screen on Westbrook. Feeds to Embiid. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 6 assists now in the game. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Hawks on top, running away with it.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Buddy Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the
Oh, shit. Oh.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Irving in at the point guard.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Smith kicks to Okafor. Here's Cannon. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Okafor gets the bucket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
James outside. Puts up a three. Another three for Atlanta.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
The 76ers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Pick by Okafor. Smith the pass to Cannon. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Cannon. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the dunk by James.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Oh, get that shite out of here, boy! And I talked too much shit and he got it back.
And 11 points for Jahlil Okafor.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Irving dishes to Wade. Back to Irving. Landry against Davis.
He crossed up.
Here's Drummond, and he was fouled in the act of shooting.
The boy Drummond? Is that your first points of the season?
As easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Good grief.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg. Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
The fader. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 7 points for Andre Drummond.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had the 3 in the beginning.
Saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
Smith kicks to Okafor. Pass to Covington. And he drops
Shit.
him off the glass. Covington's got 8 points.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
James with it. He's got 22. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Smith the pass to Landry. Back to Smith. Well, pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Smith's got his second.
Get a full timeout. Let's get some subs in here.
Get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he
Put in
averaged 18
Butler,
and 7. I think injuries have
Westbrook,
been a factor.
Anthony,
Last year was down to 7
Griffin,
for his
and
game
Jordan.
averages, so he's starting to slide.
Atlanta calls
Lord.
timeout.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Smith.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet, you can't make him out to be more than he is. Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or she'll give up points in a hurry.
Here's Noel, and Jordan sends it back. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And
Wide
good.
open.
Assisting on the play was Jordan. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category, ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Oh, wow. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Noel. Terrific design on the big play. He lays it in. Noel's got his third basket of the night. Atlanta's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Dishes it to Smith. Okafor against Jordan. And it's Okafor missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Anthony in a rhythm and a groove now.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Butler goes in. It's intercepted. In the corner, Cannon with it. Fires the three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Back to Jordan. It's deflected. Okafor with the steal. Cannon dishes to Smith. That drops. Smith's got 8 points.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball.
I'm really close to my TV now.
Bring them right back into this
I thought he let.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know,
Thought it slipped out of his hands.
He has been
Come on, get. Oh, about to have it again. Ah, I stole it. I stole it.
He referenced specifically why you thought he had it over again. I thought you were talking about knees moving. He looked a little hot out there.
Oh.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So it's the Hawks now. Elton Brand is out there with Embiid. Then there's Grant. Then it's Thompson. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
So it's Atlanta now. Outside, George. From past the arc, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. He's covered by Irving. Kicks to Embiid. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. George passes to Carmelo. The Hawks working the ball around. The feed to Griffin. And there's the call on Joel Embiid.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And stolen by Irving. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Irving leading the charge.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Embiid with the screen on Anthony. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
There's the pass to Embiid. Out to the right wing. To end the run. Offensive rebound. Out to Thompson. He's looking for Brand and finds him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Elton Brand, Clark, one of 10 players in NBA history to have at least 15,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 2,000 assists. I could go on and on and on.
So good. 16 years in the league and in his prime, an elite NBA big man. Quite versatile.
You missed
Played
both.
bigger than he was.
He doesn't get the second one.
And Elton Brand, guys, a little under 6'10", but with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. He's much longer than his height might suggest.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. He kicks to Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair. And guys, Elton Brand, still a very good post defender, can block shots, and he's still got that nice mid-range jump shot there. Just a good escape valve for their offense.
Shot clock at 6. George against Grant. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Embiid. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Wade, he's checked in for Butler. George, that's a 2-pointer. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Swiped away. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Stauskas' shot is off. Atlanta's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Got that one up quick. And that's 13 points for Dwayne Wade.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
They grabbed their own miss. Grant, that's good.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Hawks have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. And here's George for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's Irving. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Thompson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Atlanta's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. And good on the basket. Book it.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Screen by Brand. Here's Stauskas. It's Brand with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good ball move. Ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Back to Irving. The Hawks working the ball around. There's the bucket. Good. 30 points for Paul George.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for George. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Grant kicks to Stauskas. Thompson for 3, and the basket good. Here's Atlanta now. In the corner, George with it. The tray, another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And Marshall kicks to Grant. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Stauskas. Clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the first one comes. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Now Butler. The shot. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
And the fans already heading for the exits. Clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the default.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited.
Guys, here with Paul George, who had an outstanding performance. And Paul, this has got to be a great feeling to have a game come together the way you played tonight.
Man, this has got to be one of the best games I've played.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
Well, Paul George.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Well, 1, 2, 5 and 0. 5 and 0. Well, that's gonna do it, guys. Catch you later, maybe tonight on the stream.